Dollars on a stick. We'll start exporting that. And they'll pay us $10,000 to start it. So,
You see? Oh my God, yes.
The Texas Legends presented which is the Dallas Mavericks development team, presented Veterans Night. What did you think, Sonia?
It was an amazing night.
Wasn't it?
Very impressive, yes. Yeah, actually got some really good videos. Very nice.
What part did you like the best?
The motorcycles.
Hey,
What is
me
that?
I'm like, what was all right?
The smell after that, I'm like, yeah, maybe not a good idea, but it was pretty interesting,
And it was a tough game.
Yeah.
I mean, we're like, I can't believe this. This is so much fun,
Yes, yes, it was.
And so it was outstanding and great. Thank you, veterans. Thank you for our freedoms and everything we do. And did you know that Tesla is now offering discounts?
Oh.
Whoa, have you
have
ever
to go
thought
get
of
a
that?
Tesla.
They're actually, I got a letter saying that I get a discount. I'm like, what? On a Tesla? And the good news is America's Chamber members are reporting increased revenues with our connections and networking programs.
Awesome.
I love that.
Yes.
Huh?
All right.
I like that. And College, one of our members, is the best college for getting certifications for quick paying jobs and super low, bargain prices to get your associate's degree. So thank you, College, like you. Stocks rallied, big tech companies did very well. Interest rates actually came down for homes. Probably not a whole lot, but we'll take whatever we can get. Mexico's the new China, and India is stepping up to be the new superpower. How about that, Sonia?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. I think they're going to need some kind of insurance and planning too, right? So you guys are going to have to expand. So there's your export.
There it is. There we go. That's what you call a 2-for-1.
The best thing is I like to keep up with real estate. The biggest deals were billionaire Larry Ellison bought a $173 million Palm Beach house. It is beautiful. I think it looks like my house, but a little bit smaller. And media mogul Byron Allen bought a $100 million house in Malibu Beach.
Oh.
And rapper Drake bought a $75 million Beverly Hills home. Wow. Now, they gotta worry about financial planning, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Boy, are we in a good spot today. So we have some guests for you. And we have Monica.
Hi, how's everybody doing?
And
Happy
we
Monday.
have Andre.
Hey, how's everybody doing today?
And I love your last name.
Ducil.
Oh.
Monica Ducil, the Freedom Lady.
Whoa, I like that already. And,
Well,
she's
I'm
the
married,
freedom
so I
lady.
got to be the freedom guy, right?
It makes sense.
It makes sense to me.
Okay, well that makes sense.
So who's the boss?
Oh, 100%. There's only one right answer to that question. If you get that one wrong, you haven't been married very long.
Hey, who's the boss at your house? We're outnumbered.
Yeah, well.
Who's the boss at your house? It's unanimous.
That's it.
Watching us.
Gotta
that's
be.
why he's
Diamantina,
He can't lie.
congratulations.
Good job.
Wow. I like that. But he loves you, baby. So we are so happy to have you, and we're going to talk about something that you guys are good at.
Awesome.
And I'm going to let you introduce it. How about that?
Sure. So my name is Monica. This is my husband beside me. In life, in business, we are representing a small business called the Freedom Alliance. And we're a life insurance brokerage. So we specialize in wealth creation, wealth generation, transfer of wealth, retirement planning, and then planning for today, right? And planning for the unknown. We're local here in the DFW area. We service the middle class. I specifically focus on the Latino market. because I am Latina. I have a special connection to the Latin market, and being able to deliver, financial education, financial literacy to those communities that not necessarily receive it on a regular basis is super important to me.
Okay, so we got Mexico,
Colombia.
Tex-Mex, and Colombia.
Colombia.
Okay, now your turn. What country?
Jamaica.
Oh, I love Jamaica.
I've never met anybody that went to Jamaica and said they didn't come back. Absolutely.
Oh, I love it.
It is such a great island to be on. The people are just super friendly. And if you want to talk about going to places where it's literally just about relax and chill and no worries, Jamaica's the spot.
We
I
went.
still need to go. It's on my bucket.
We went.
You've never been? Oh, you got
have
yeah.
to go.
You
We
have
were
to
there
take a trip.
one whole week.
Girls trip.
Totally.
When we came back, we were so relaxed.
It's
I mean, it was like
Dunn's River Falls. Yeah.
Yes.
All
If
night.
you go to Jamaica and you come back stressed, you
So-
did it wrong. You
so-
did something wrong. You did it wrong.
Only stress I had was going up that waterfall. What was it?
Dunn's River. Yeah. Dunn's River Falls. Yeah.
I fell.
Oh, did you?
No.
He fell a couple of times, yeah.
But it was my fault. I was over there doing hook 'em horns and I slipped. I think
It is slippery.
I
The
think
rocks
an
are
Aggie pushed me. Texas A&M. I'm kidding. I slipped on my own. But anyway, Jamaica is wonderful.
It is, and I'm immigrated to this country when I was just 2. My parents came here with nothing but a couple dollars in their wallet and a dream, and they instilled the work ethic and being able to come to this country and for the American dream, to be able to provide for their kids, to do something better, to be able to offer us something that that just wasn't available in that country. As great as it is and as relaxing as it is, there's not a lot of opportunity. So they wanted to bring us to a place, to the land of opportunity, and they instilled that in us at a very young age. And the work ethic I've had, at 8 years old, I don't know how many people can say this, but at 8 years old, I knew what I wanted to do for a career.
Wow.
At 8, my grandfather brought me to a firehouse when I was 8. And while I was there, they got a call, and I got to see the firemen come down the pole. They got dressed, the lights and sirens, and I said, I want to do that. I want to be able to help, and I want to be able to serve my community. And I've never forgotten that moment. And literally, that's from when I was 15 years old. I joined an Explorer program, and I started writing, and I did that as a career, and I did it for 20 plus years as a firefighter paramedic.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're in good hands right now.
Yeah, wherever, still licensed, so you're
So let's see here. We got Mexico, Colombia, Jamaica, Tex-Mex. I was born in Texas. Mexico, Cuba.
You forgot Peru.
Peru. Whoa, you're from Peru?
Yeah.
I thought you said Mexico.
Oh, no. Let us explain.
Oh. Okay, we're going to have a discussion. With Peru. I thought it was Mexican.
Yeah,
You are
no.
Mexican, right?
Es que tenemos muchos seguidores de Perú, la radio.
Really? I learned something
something
new today. How about that?
30% de is from Peru.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Wow. I even know some Peruvians that went to Jamaica. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
And they loved it.
Yeah, there's not a lot not to love about that little rock.
So
So what's your favorite place? Like, if I want to go to Jamaica, where should I go? Where's? I mean, I know it's beautiful, but where's the place where I need to go?
So it's difficult for me because when I go to Jamaica, I've only been once and done the tourist thing. All my family is from there, so I spent a lot of time in Blue Mountain. I spent a lot of time in Mandeville and away from the tourist spot. But there is a place called Little Ochi, and it's right on the beach, and it's a beautiful restaurant there. And the fishermen will go out in the morning and they will catch the fish, and then you come to the restaurant to eat, and you walk out onto the sand and you go to the boat and you literally pick the fresh fish, the fresh catch. You tell them how you want it prepared, and they'll make it for you right then and there. So I'm talking fresh.
Yeah.
Like you have to wait for the boat to come back to be able to order your meal.
Never been frozen.
No, I Never been frozen. So
Multiple times.
they do. There is conch there. It's more. You'll find conch a little more readily, like in the Bahamian Islands. That's where it's a little more prominent. But
Yeah, I've had it in Bahamas.
Yeah, it's very. You get conch on everything in
We
the Bahamas.
stopped somewhere where they had conch in
Yeah, it's in Bahamas.
in Jamaica.
Oh, Jamaica.
Where we were downtown.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when we went with the ship stock. We were in Ocho Rios.
Ocho Rios. That's a great tourist.
There was Ocho Rios and the other one where they jump off a cliff, which is on the other side.
Montego Bay?
Montego Bay.
Mm.
Okay, so that when we got there, they said, "You want Ocho Rios or you want that?" We said Ocho Rios, and we loved it.
Yeah, Ocho Rios.
But the other one, I didn't want to go because they say you have to jump off a cliff, and I said, "I'm not jumping."
I'm with you on that.
Are you kidding me? You want to hear me cry and scream? So that was a no-go. Ocho Rios, we're headed that way. But that was good. So, do we keep going or do
I guess I can continue that.
we? Okay,
because
no.
with
You
the
get that
business.
music break?
We'll take a break and then come back for her.
Yeah, because we got to talk about business.
Yes,
We love money, don't we?
Absolutely.
I do.
I do, for sure.
We will be in a minute.
We will.
As soon as you hear the music.
We take a little music break.
All
It's
right.
Monday. Everybody get up. Get your body going. Ooh, we got a good one.
Are we muted? I don't want to be talking.
We muted it.
Let me find that.
We went to Jamaica. I worked for Delta for many years, and one of my best friends is to this day still from Jamaica. And so her name is Ida Cohen. And she took us to this. She told me which hotel to stay at, which was beautiful. The only thing I didn't like, it wasn't on the beach. We had to take a little shuttle, but we were inside a waterfall.
Oh wow.
So everywhere we went, like we went to eat, we had the waterfalls.
Amazing.
And we had a room, and the room was 2-story, and then the second story, it had a balcony, and on the balcony, it had like a small pool, like it wasn't a jacuzzi, but yeah, it was really nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's a great spot, man. I mean, you could drive around the entire island in a day, right? But every little spot you go to, the culture is a little different. It's a little different. So like Ocho Rios is a great place to go as a tourist. The food is amazing. The people are amazing. But the further you get inland into the island, you go up Blue Mountain, you go to Mandeville, you go to some of those other places, it's more where you're going to find like the authentic. Like I remember, I spent all my summers there growing up. And you can just find the guys on the side of the road. Some little, do you eat the little pepper shrimp?
Yeah.
The little red pepper shrimp. What is it? Delicious.
Yes.
Delicious.
Good.
But,
And
and then you gotta have a Jamaican beef patty.
We drove.
Now,
We
I
drove
just
by
have
a
one
place
question. How did Jamaica get into the bobsled?
Ooh,
That has never been explained to me. I mean, in Jamaica, there's no snow.
Right?
There is no
So
snow.
how did that team?
You want to know what Jamaicans are? They're very resourceful. They're very resourceful. So yeah, there's no snow. But you know what they did do is they made a little push cart with wheels instead of the sled, but they had it operate the same way. But they just used wheels on it. It's very hilly, very mountainous, and they created a track.
We did that when we went to Jamaica. We went to some place where they had a museum and you had like a makeshift bobsled. Remember the picture on it?
Yeah.
Now, did you go to the, what is it, Hedonism? The hotel we drove by there.
Oh, hedonism?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been.
Excuse me,
Oh,
Gloria.
we didn't go. The taxi driver, because he took us from the airport to the hotel in Costa Rica, he told us about it.
Yeah.
We stopped in the front and they said, "This is my window." What's that? Then he explained to us. I'm like,
Oh,
It's an adult only.
yes.
I mean, that was.
No,
and
we
then
did not visit that.
And then
I was
there
gonna say this is a new side of you, Gloria, that I didn't know.
Sandals.
All
Yeah.
the night, I think.
Sandals is big. Yeah.
Sandals.
That's like a chain. There's like a sandal
Oh, yeah.
on like every idea.
Well, I'm hoping that within my lifetime, I can
Oh,
visit most of the Caribbean.
It was like the
Some of
first,
the Caribbean.
and it was just
Of course, Cuba, we went to Puerto Rico, we went to St. Thomas and St. Croix, we went to Jamaica. We've been to Aruba, Martinique, Barbados, and.
You've been to all those places.
We've been to the.
So I was
I
a flight medic, and she was a flight therapist. We worked for an air ambulance company,
Oh.
and we used to travel all over the
Yeah.
Caribbean to pick up patients to fly back to the States. So if you took a cruise and you got sick, or if you took a flight down there and you got hurt and you couldn't fly back home, you broke a leg or you got cards or whatever, we would fly down there in a private jet and pick you up and then fly you back to the States. Or the Caribbean and South America was our bread and butter.
Yeah,
That's
I
where
love to go to St. Lucia.
St. Lucia is on the top of a very small list of like my favorite islands to go to. St. Lucia is a gorgeous island.
Yeah, I work with a girl that
Turks and Caicos.
That's another one we
Ah.
haven't been to. We're gonna
I work with a girl that her husband was from St. Lucia.
Okay, we're back.
We're live. All right, we're back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the music. We were rocking over here and having a great time. And it is so great to be here on a Monday. And if you look outside, it's gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
A beautiful day.
And there's the Cowboy Stadium. Ouch. We won't discuss that,
Yeah, we
right?
won't go back there.
At least not this year.
Man.
For football. But anyway, we're here with Sonia Montenegro, our co-host and Wonder Star here. And we have Monica, our guest today.
Thank you.
And Andre, which we found out is from Jamaica,
That's
man.
right.
And
Come
then your host, Herb, Captain Americas. And we have Gloria, our stage manager and boss here. And then we have the CEO, Angel Martinez. And he's all about sports, let me tell you. But he's also about money. So now we want to find out about money. Monica and Andre, would you do us the honor?
Absolutely. Money's been a pretty big topic, probably on the top of most everybody's list, especially how the economy's been trending. You know, just think of the cost of eggs. Who knew eggs would be a commodity? It's like the golden eggs. You know, what you used to pay for groceries a couple years ago is not today. So inflation, the economy.
Yeah, you're right, because I paid $12 for two, what at
18.
Sam's. It's two of the 18.
Mhm.
$12.
You would think that they would cook themselves.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
what is this, $12?
Mhm.
You didn't do them, the chicken did it. You know?
Exactly.
Hope you give them a raise.
It's probably the same chicken that laid it a couple years ago too.
Yeah, and it's the
Extra
same one.
special.
And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. But you're right.
You know, just the cost of living has just increased so dramatically. And I'll tell you, coming from a corporate background, the salaries don't match. Your boss doesn't give you that cost of living increase just because the economy, right? So a lot of folks are looking for alternatives, looking for different ways to just make ends meet. A report came out on CNBC that not that long ago that the average American that makes $250,000 a year is living paycheck to paycheck. Imagine that.
250,000?
Yeah, 250,000 paycheck to paycheck.
Don't let Congress know they only get paid 174,000.
So just, you know,
So now we know they're living paycheck to paycheck.
right? That's okay, right?
They better do something.
So folks are looking for an opportunity just to make ends meet, just to continue to send their kids to the same schools, to pay their rent, pay their mortgage, pay their expenses. And when all of this was going down, my husband and I kind of sat down and said, how do we better ourselves? How do we do something different? How do we help our family? So we were introduced into the financial services industry by way of a friend. And for anything, we came into this industry just for some financial literacy. How do we better ourselves and protect our assets, protect our retirement, protect our futures? And the more we dove into this industry, the realization came to us that this is a pretty amazing industry. I know life insurance is not sexy. It's not what people grow up when they're little and say, I want to be a life insurance agent. No, realistically, that doesn't typically happen.
But
How-
you want to be a fireman.
Yes.
You want to be a fireman. I'm a nurse by trade, you know, because you grow up and you're like, I want to be a nurse. I want to be a doctor or a lawyer. But actually getting into the industry has completely changed our mindset about money and how money works and how you can make money work for you. Would you agree, Sonia?
Oh yes. I'm with you. I'm the same.
100%.
Yes.
So,
Sonia believes you.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
I do.
Without a doubt.
I know she does. I know she does. And that's really our crusade and our mission is just to provide financial education, financial awareness to the communities that don't necessarily get access. You know, I don't know about you guys, but I've never gotten a call from a wealth manager asking me, you know, how can I help you? How can I serve you? How can I get you to to your financial goals? Have you guys ever? I haven't. And really, unless you have a substantial bank account sitting there, no one's really going to contact you. So it's really up to us as life insurance agents to get that information out to middle class and the underserved. And just as a small example, my mom, because I'm from Colombia, my mom is living her best life in retirement right now. She went off to Colombia, spent a month there, you know, hooting around town, having a great time. Comes back and gives me a call and says, Monica, I just lost $20,000 in my retirement account in the last month. And she's like, and I didn't withdraw it. I said, okay, let's talk about that. And she goes, can you help me? I said, 100%. Send me your statement, send me your information. We just did a transfer and rolled that money into an indexed annuity. And we were able to protect her from any further losses, take some stress off of her shoulders, because her immediate thought was, am I going to have to go back to work? Am I going to outlive what I've saved for my retirement and have to do something different? So just protecting it and catching it early on and making a couple of adjustments didn't cost her anything, but it saved her some peace of mind. And once I started to see the impact of what we do on people's mental health, on their stress, you know, for the future, it was life-changing for us. So we went all in and now have this incredible brokerage where we support, you know, the community, whether far or near, anywhere in the U.S. and Puerto Rico, to get them to their financial goals and reach a stress-free retirement.
That's beautiful, and it didn't help my Bitcoin.
No, no. I heard that there's a good going rate on those though.
Oh, you did. All you have to do is wait. I was a billionaire for a month. You know?
Be patient. You'll get back there again.
Now I'm not even a millionaire. But you know, you're right. You know, everybody got on this Bitcoin thing, thinking that's it. I'm gonna be rich. I'm gonna go buy a big yacht and be great. And they're all going, what happened?
Exactly. And look, diversification is fine. I'm not against diversification. You should have your funds set up in different portfolios to have a nice, well-rounded and well-balanced portfolio. But you do have to consider your can't live without expenses, right? There are things that you just cannot live without, like a roof, food, medical expenses, you know, transportation, and those should be planned for ahead of time. Because as we all know, Social Security is more like social insecurity at this point. We have no idea what that's going to look like in the future. But preparing and setting yourself up now when you're younger, when you're healthier, with different vehicles and different options to have some sort of guarantee is super important. And
that's a good point though, but there's over 11 million Latinos in Texas now, which constitutes the largest community. Since I have two real good, how are you going to service that market? Because a lot of them, the average age is 24 to 27. They don't even know they're going to die.
Right.
Sure. They don't even know they're going to get sick.
And that is a good point that you touched upon, because when you're talking to a population of 20-year-olds, they're not thinking long term, and it's not any fault of their own. That's just the psyche of someone in their 20s. They're not thinking long term. But if you can provide a valuable conversation and really illustrate, you know, what the future could potentially look like and how to obtain, you know, your financial goals. Think about it. What's insurance cost based upon? Your age, your health status, and your gender. So if you lead with you're young, you're healthy, for a very minimal amount, you can have this, and we can illustrate what the future would look like for you. Would that make sense? You know, we insure things like our homes, our cell phones, our iPads, our, you know, watches, and all these other tangible items. But the most important thing with all of those is you. Would you agree?
Absolutely. I mean, what you bring out is a good point because when I was in the 20s, I wasn't going to die. I wasn't going to get sick.
Absolutely.
So, but what you're saying is now's the time to understand that's the best time to get it. You don't want to wait till you're 60 because it's going to cost you a lot more, right?
Absolutely.
And that's if you qualify, right?
Correct. Correct.
So the whole point is right now is to get that. It's kind of a mental structure, and I've noticed that with Latinos, you gotta kind of bring life into things like, okay, not only do you have to worry about yourself, but your parents are gonna get old.
Absolutely.
And if Social Security, Medicare, and all that go away, what are you gonna do?
Absolutely.
Because it's gonna be on your shoulders,
Mhm.
right? So this is why I'm so happy when I meet people like Sonia and you, and it, we got a lot of work to do
We do.
because Latinos are now the biggest community in Texas, and they're going to continue to grow. By 2040, Latinos are going to be the biggest community in the USA.
Mhm.
To have an unprepared group,
It's gonna
not
cost
good for
somewhere.
our country.
Absolutely.
It's not good for our country. We got to be equal or better than the majority community now if we're going to advance.
Absolutely.
Or we all go to Jamaica.
Enjoy.
Let's let that be plan B. Let's let that be plan B.
In case it don't work, we'll be in Jamaica. But you know, it's really real. I mean, the government's concerned, businesses are concerned, everybody's concerned because you got young people coming on, and they're gonna wake up.
Absolutely. And it's of no fault of their own, right?
No.
If you're not taught how to prepare, how do you know? You know, if you're not taught how to retire, how do you know? It takes us agents that go out into the field and just have these conversations. These are conversations that are not typically had at the dinner table. You don't sit at a bar and you know, talk to your neighbor and talk about your retirement needs and your, you know, life insurance. No, you talk about other things, sports, the weather, and so forth. But these are definitely crucial conversations that need to be had. I enjoy having these conversations because it's always a light bulb seems to go off in people's heads when they hear about options for life insurance. It's not just I die, somebody gets a lump sum. That's one aspect of life insurance. But we use life insurance for different vehicles, for retirement planning and setting up guaranteed funds for the rest of your life to your 120, right? So you are guaranteed to not outlive those funds. You have life insurance for investment purposes. We have realtors that go in and flip homes and they just reinvest and they become their own bank. If you ever heard of the strategy infinite banking, that's a life insurance product. We have parents. We have parents that come out and say, hey, I want to set up a college fund for my kids, but I don't want a 529 because a 529, you're limited just for college. But I want to set something up just in case. We don't know what our kids are going to do in the future. We don't know if they're going to go to university or become a business owner or, you know, buy a ranch, do whatever they can. With a properly structured life insurance plan, you can set that up for that age of 18 to purchase or do or invest however your child wants to proceed in life, right? We have final expense plans. So think about your aging parents, you know, do they have something in place to pay for that funeral cost? I don't know, but it's important to think about that and have those conversations ahead of time.
They do.
They do. Well, at the end of the day,
I mean,
That's why we're known as the sandwich.
yeah. So maybe,
You know, because we're still taking care of our kids and our parents.
you gotta send them to college,
Right.
and you gotta take care of your parents, especially in the Latino community.
Mhm.
absolutely
They don't like to put them in senior citizen
Of course.
homes.
correct.
But that's, you know, those are interesting things that, you know, we need to do because we've got this growing community that's young, that's got to be ready. It's got to be ready. Then I heard something about index or something, insurance or something. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, so like Monica was just saying, like so many people have like the conception that hey, life insurance is meant so when I die, we'll transfer wealth. And as you're saying, that's only one aspect of it. But a life insurance retirement plan through like a properly structured indexed annuity or an index universal life policy, it affords you so many options that other vehicles just can't. Like you can access it without penalty. It's tax-free, right? It's guaranteed income, and you won't outlive it. So there's just so many options that people just don't know, they don't understand. And our goal really is to just get the information out there. You know, when I was a paramedic, you know, one of the things that really turned me on into this industry, what made me realize that this was my life purpose is, you know, I was a paramedic for 23 years. And when you do that job in that industry for that long, you're going to see things. And as a paramedic, all I ever could do was offer my condolences to a loved one that just passed. And one of the most heart-wrenching things for me as a paramedic was when I had to tell somebody, a loved one, that, you know, their loved one just passed, and their first thought that came to the mind is, oh, what am I going to do? That was heartbreaking, because now somebody's coming to the realization that, oh, we just lost 50% of the household income. What are we going to do with that lost income? Where are the kids going to go? Are we going to have to sell the home? And when I realized that I was still able to serve my community, but instead of just offering my condolences, I was able to offer that family the ability to grieve and not have to worry about where is it coming from? What are we going to do? The family was taken care of. The family was protected because we sat down with the family to educate them. And that's the sole purpose of what we do, is to be able to provide value through education. Now, what you do with that education is completely up to you. It's completely up to you. But that is what we focus on, is to be able to provide value through education. So, hey, let's sit down. Let's have, you know, a 20, 30-minute conversation so we can go over these different concepts and strategies that are out there. Nothing that we're talking about is new, by the way. This is not new. It's just the conversations are not being had. They're not being had at an early enough age to where you can actually see the true benefit and compounding benefit of how these
But it's
items.
new to the young people. That's the thing that's strange, is that it's not new, but it's new to the young folks.
They just haven't been
There's a
exposed.
new group called 30 Under 30
Mhm.
that are joining our chamber, and we're like, what's that? Is this a revolutionary group? I mean, but it's actually a very fun, very progressive thinking young people.
Mhm.
They get it.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, you guys understand all this?
Yeah.
They get it. And so it's amazing to me because, you know, I've seen Sonia come into the things, and, you know, Sonia doesn't get into things until she really believes it. And you can tell when she talks to you, she's talking from the heart. And that's so beautiful that I think, and I hear you both, and I hear you talking from your heart. It's like you said, you don't have to listen to us, but you should.
We're not going to stop talking.
You're gonna regret that you didn't listen to us, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, literally, our goal is that nobody will ever be able to say to us, Andre, Monica, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me? Nobody will ever be able to say that to us. So it's just to get the information out there in the most effective way possible, and reach, like you said, reach the younger community, because the younger you are in age, when you start to have financial literacy conversations, the better off you're going to be in the future. It's what you're being able to do is buy back your time. Buy back your time, because the most precious thing that we have is time. And the longer you wait to start having these conversations, the less time you're going to be able to have to do something about it. So the sooner we can start having these conversations, the more time you're going to be able to buy back in the future.
And it's time for music break.
Boy, perfect time.
Thank you. You set me up on this one.
Is that what's known as a segue? Did I
You need to
segue
be a
it?
co-host. I mean, you put it right in there. Right? Hey, it's Monday, folks. Thank you for joining us, and all of you. You know, at 2:00 we switched to Spanish, so Español. And anyway, I'm gonna try to talk to them here, saying if we get 10 of our members to buy, you're gonna take us to Jamaica, right? Sonia's gonna take us to.
I'm just gonna get 10 policies right now.
Sonia's gonna take us to the Bahamas.
Nice.
part.
Did you say to Jamaica or the Jamaican restaurant down the road?
I kind of left it open.
Yeah.
I didn't say the country. I said Jamaican
Okay, I'll
restaurant.
take that back.
Yeah.
Oh, don't get no water.
No, it's recorded, right? We got it? It's not okay.
You know, what you're saying is true, because last night I was sitting with my grandson and his girlfriend. They're both 26. And they're both entrepreneurs. I mean, my grandson, he went to college, but he didn't want to work for anybody. So him and another two guys, they formed this corporation, and they're doing contracts with Amazon. They're setting up people that want to sell stuff on Amazon. And he was telling me, you know, my daughter was sitting there with us, and he says, "Mom, you gotta help me find health insurance, because you know they're already aged out of the parents that have insurance." So, you know, I'm glad that at least we were talking about it last night, because and you were telling him, I said, you know, his name is Jamie. I said, Jamie, what are you gonna do? You know, when you get to be my age, you know, there's no guarantee that Social Security is gonna be there, right? So you gotta start saving.
And not saving in the bank.
Customer for you.
Right, because the bank is gonna give you less than 1% return on your money.
72, what is it?
Rule of 72, yeah. How long is it gonna take you to double your money?
Double it.
To double it
1%,
you know,
exactly.
you know, you gotta look at it.
Yeah.
It's
So maybe
kind of
one of
fun.
these days I'll have him sit down with you.
Absolutely. Happy to have that.
Because she said she's, I mean, they're both doing very well. Because she's a personal trainer, and she also takes care of kids that don't ask me, because I don't really know, but she went to some sort of special education type thing for certain types of kids, and she's being hired by 2 different families to stay with their kids and teach them whatever they do. But she's also a personal trainer. She's got like 10 or 12 clients. So they're both doing well, but you know, they have to say, you got to think about the future later.
Yeah.
And not so much later, but now, because I said, you need to find a health insurance plan, you know, that you can.
Well, the biggest expense in your retirement is medical expenses.
Right.
That's going to cause you to go bankrupt. That's going to cause you to be in a serious hole if you're not prepared for that.
60% of all bankruptcies filed is unforeseen healthcare. 60%.
Yeah.
That's a big
And this
deal
vehicle fixes that.
Yeah.
because of the living benefits.
Well, we just gotta bring in bankruptcy lawyers into the numbers. We're gonna have everything, you know, what do you just
Hey,
go
the
down the
problem with
table?
the solution as well.
Now, we don't want you to get here if you're smart, but if you did it, but you
It's
know,
an option for you.
Think about it. I know you're not into health insurance, but you know, I know a little because I worked for Blue Cross for many years back in the old days. So I learned, I have a basic, but I told Jamie, I said, and they were saying, you know, for their age, the insurance is expensive. Health insurance.
We're health and life.
Oh, you are? Yeah, so maybe you can help me with,
Working on the life, I mean, not the health, not the life.
so maybe you can have.
Oh,
I know,
my
but
God.
what
It's a big take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody, did you enjoy the music? Because let me tell you, we have the best dancers in this room. I tell you, I've never seen so much shaking. I mean, wow, that was good. But anyway, happy Monday again. It is Monday, but it only happened once a week, right?
That's right.
But
That's what they
then
said.
Monday comes Friday, and you know that's life in the big city. But anyway, thank you for joining us, all of you great folks all over the world. And we're here with our CEO, Angel Martinez. Yay! Gloria, our stage manager. Yay! Sonia Montenegro, our co-host. Yay! And our special, and including her, Captain America, but our guests are Monica and Andre Ducil.
Lucille.
Ducil,
Lucille.
the freedom lady.
I love that.
Yeah.
Ducil, the freedom lady.
I'm kind of partial to it too.
Yeah. I like
Yeah.
Ducil.
He let me borrow it.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but for life.
So what's your name?
Oh.
Sierra, okay.
What was your maiden name?
Sierra.
Sierra.
Ah, you see.
You went from Sierra to
Ducil.
Ah,
Ducil.
that was an upgrade.
It is an upgrade. It's a great initiative. It is an MD.
My initials are
It looks
MD.
good.
Yeah, well, Gloria went from garden to Monsiváis.
Ah.
She had to learn to spell it though.
Oh, that was me. I went from Rojas to Montenegro. Just adding an addition of 5 letters to my last name.
That's okay. Nobody could pronounce my maiden name. They can't pronounce my married name either. So.
Well, Monica was smart. She just never changed her signature. It's the same from maiden to now. The signature is the same.
Yeah.
How about that?
It's very easy.
So Monica, did you marry him for that last name? I know.
I know you guys can't see it, but I married him for his eyes.
Oh,
There we go.
that was my next
Wow,
question.
you're
I don't think
right.
You know what?
Our daughter has the same.
Oh, that was my next
Really?
question.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so cool.
She goes, you want mama's eyes or daddy's eyes? She goes, I got
Daddy's
eyes.
eyes. Yeah.
That was the one thing I prayed on. As soon as I found out I was pregnant, I put my request list in, and I said, please just give me those eyes. I want my baby with those eyes. And sure enough, she's a spitting image of daddy, except she has hair.
But this is my choice. This is my choice.
Gloria's dad had beautiful.
It didn't work for me. My dad had beautiful green eyes, but I didn't get them. I got my mother's brown
And
eyes.
she was like this.
I'll say I love brown eyes.
Yeah.
Brown eyes are beautiful.
Yeah.
But I just wanted our baby to stick out a little bit more.
Yeah.
And she got those beautiful eyes that daddy has.
You know,
And grandpa.
you
And
you
grandpa.
can imagine being in having a crisis, and he comes in and he looks at you and goes, "You're gonna make it. Thank you, God."
An overwhelming sense of calm just washed over my patience.
You're
Yes.
gonna make it. Or he
You're
could
gonna
be,
be okay.
"You're in trouble, dude."
Jump right out from the dead, right? I'm back.
But I didn't realize you also do health. Can you talk about a little bit about what you do with the health?
So we were recently acquired by IMG, Integrity Marketing Group. And with that acquisition of Integrity Marketing Group, it's opened us up to over 400 carriers. So we recently started in the health industry with healthcare and health insurance as well. So it is a newer platform for us, fully transparent, but we are able to offer those services. So if anybody's looking for, healthcare coverage, health insurance, we can help. Especially small business owners, small business owners, maybe there's one person, two people. What do you have in place? We can set up retirement funds for the employees.
Set up one for the members of the chamber.
I'll set one up for the members of the
I
chamber.
mean, they join the chamber, they get a good plan,
Absolutely.
And I mean, why not?
Yeah, well,
Absolutely.
I mean, like with that partnership, it really, I mean, CVS Health, Aflac, we're really able to broaden the products and services that we're able to deliver. Because at the end of the day, what is this about? Like, why do we do this? Truly, it's serving our community. Like we are steadfast about that mission. As a paramedic, it was about serving my community, and as a life agent, I can honestly say this with a straight face. And most people have a difficult time believing when I say this, but I find more value in what I do today than I ever did as a paramedic. As a paramedic, if God granted me the ability that day, I can affect a person. If it gave me the wisdom and put me in the right place at the right time. But as a life agent, when I sit in front of a family and I show them how this isn't just going to help you. This is grandma, grandpa. This is your mom, your dad, your aunt, your uncle, your kids. By sitting in front of a family and spending 30, 60 minutes with them, you're able to save an entire generation. Through like one policy, you can save an entire generation. Kids go to college. Nobody has to move. Income is replaced. Mortgage is paid off. All debt is paid. The power that this conversation has, and what we can do, and who we can reach in Middle America, it's about having this conversation earlier in life. I am so thankful and so blessed because once I really realized what this is able to do, like our little girl, Aliana, she's set. Why? Because we were able to do it early. And the dynamic of our last name will forever be changed because of this industry. So I am so grateful for what it's done and for what it's taught us, because now we can really focus on, our families taking care of. Now we could focus on serving the community, because it's all about giving back. I sat with somebody the other day, a gentleman. We just recently moved to Texas not that long ago. We came from South Florida.
What?
And we came from South Florida. And everybody says that. But listen, let me tell you, there's only 2 seasons in Florida. There's hot and oh my goodness, what am I going to do? So like having some seasons is nice. But we sat with a guy, and you could tell he was well off, and he was very friendly. And we're sitting at the bar. He's pouring everybody a glass of wine, and he says, I learned there are three phases of my life. He goes, the first phase of my life, I wanted to learn about how to make money. I want to learn about finance, how to make money. The second phase of his life, he did it. He implemented what he learned in the first phase. And the third phase was just about giving back. And he goes, that's the phase that I'm in now. Want to be able to give back to your community, want to be able to give back. And that's important. So if you want to be able to give back, we found something that everybody needs, everybody can benefit from, regardless of what your age. And we just want to give back to the community.
I got a good referral from all of you. The guy that started FTX, he's 30 years old. I think he's going to be in jail, but he
You may want to have a conversation first.
what do I qualify for? Nothing. U.S. government residency. It's funny that people like him who have this ability to attract money and bring it in, and then they end up in jail, it's sad, but that happens a lot.
It's
especially in currency, because investors don't like, they lose money.
4 minutes.
4 minutes or 5 minutes?
4 minutes.
She said 4.
I know. Okay, 4.
We got 4 minutes, and I'm really happy because what I have here, Sonia is a member, you're a member, and I think this is terrific because we have such a big market.
Yes, I agree. I feel the same way, and we're here also with the same mission. And yes, there's a lot of, the Latin community is huge. So yeah, we actually need more people. We need more people. It's definitely a lot of work that we need to do.
For sure. For sure.
There's not enough agents out in the marketplace to service the amount of people that need.
That's a very
not
good
even
point.
close.
You look at over 11 million Latinos in Texas, and the average age is 24 to 27. That's going to be hard work. Honestly, but a very essential.
Even if we took the amount of realtors that are out there right now and brought them into our industry, it still wouldn't be enough for the amount of people that we need to serve. Think about how many realtors are out there in the marketplace.
I'm not going to get a hold of you.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So actually, this Thursday, we're hosting another event. I'm super excited about this one. This one is for real estate professionals here in our Carrollton office. Their link is on Eventbrite to register, but you can reach out to me. My phone number is 682-499-2950. Send me a text.
Can you say it again?
Yep, 682-499-2950. We're here in the DFW area. This event's going to be pretty amazing. We have an incredible keynote speaker by the name of Matt Sapala, Money Smart Guy. He, has been in the industry for 24 years and has a lot of knowledge to transfer. So it's a really great wealth workshop for real estate professionals, loan officers, mortgage folks, property appraisers, realtors, brokers. Come one, come all. Even if you're not in the real estate industry, if you want to have, an evening with some financial literacy, come out and check it out. It's going to be great.
And I've been there. I have Matt's book.
Yes.
Autograph book.
Yeah.
And
millionaire.
You had some great chicken wings.
Are you gonna have more chicken wings?
I guess we'll have to have more chicken wings again. Yeah.
I'm like, this was good.
Come for the chicken wings, stay for the knowledge.
Just chicken wings.
Yeah, I love it.
I love that you said that because I'm a huge supporter of local businesses.
Yeah.
And I had stopped at this ribbon cutting ceremony for a local business in Carrollton by the name of Wing Snob. At first I'm like, snob? Okay, let's check this out. And the wings are phenomenal. So we had them cater the event. So shout out to Wing Snob.
It was good because I saw the box. I'm like, who's that?
Right.
Like,
I'm
local.
You're expecting Wingstop or Buffalo Wings.
Yeah.
And then I'm like Wingstop, but then I started eating. I'm like, ooh. And you're lucky I stopped because then box. I'm like, control yourself. But it was really good. I learned a lot. Met Matt. He's a fabulous speaker and presenter, and I got his book. And I
Faith
think
Made
it's
Millionaire.
good. But does he speak Spanish?
He does not. He's actually Filipino.
That's what I thought.
He's first generation Philippine. His parents immigrated here from the
So
Philippines.
you're gonna have to do this.
So I actually will be hosting in a couple weeks a Latin event in Spanish for the Latin community, and I'll get that information out.
Quesadillas, enchiladas, and
Why not? You can't go wrong with a tamal, right?
tamales. I mean, hey.
His mother's a good speaker too. She spoke at the last one.
Yes, Ronnie, his mom. She was a supporter of Matt throughout his entire career in the insurance industry. And because she didn't really have that financial literacy, she just said, Matt, do what you need to do. And right now they're reaping the benefits of that planning ahead of time. She was a nurse. She retired as a nurse in Chicago. But she's a wonderful lady, and her family's taken care of for the long haul now because they planned ahead.
You know, when you know you're helping someone and someone is willing to say it and say, God, this is wonderful. But Sonia has some great stories because she's doing some good things. You got some great stories. And Andre, you can do whatever you want to. But it makes me feel good that we're going to be helping the community.
Absolutely.
We're a chamber of commerce. We're community oriented. We're not a city chamber. So we go wherever the community goes. It doesn't matter if you're in Frisco, Grand Prairie, Arlington, we're going to be there. But thank you all so much. And,
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us. It's great to be here. Thank you.
We'll be inviting you back, and we might have, one of those challenges. That would be fun.
If I bring the wings, do I win?
I have to try them first.
Yeah. Sonia might go.
I'm like, I'll let you win. I'll take the wings.
You might have a bargaining tool there,
I'm very competitive. So
I
whatever
can
I
tell.
can, however.
Now you got the chicken wings,
I love
And,
that.
and if we have anybody from El Salvador, pupusas,
There you go.
we're gonna have all kinds of things.
Empanadas.
Tacos from Mexico.
I've tried those.
Tacos from
Empanadas
Mexico.
Colombia.
Ceviche, por favor.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So we say bye to YouTube first.
Yes.
Mention the.
1, 2, 3, say bye to YouTube.
Bye.
Bye.